Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It is Friday, August 7th. I'm Michael Taylor. Good to be here with you on a Friday. Hope you're getting ready for your weekend. It should be a nice one, a little bit cooler than last weekend. We'll talk about that more in the forecast here in a minute. Right now, though, we want to talk about what's on our show, and we've got a good one for you. We have from California Gun Services, Jeff McCabe's going to be here. He's going to be telling us about how you can maybe get rid of some unwanted guns, or just maybe you're not using them anymore, or whatever the case might be, how you can dispose of them, get some money for those, and see the value of those as well. So we'll talk to him about that in a minute. And then later in the program, we got Sports Corner with Cole Young. Always a good time. Lots of great sports going on. Lots of highlights to talk about. So that's coming up a little later in the show. Right now, though, we want to tell you about something good, important going on here in the community. Heart Health Made Simple. Join leading heart specialists from the Memorial Care Heart and Vascular Institute at Saddleback Medical Center for an informative discussion on heart health, disease prevention, and early recognition of warning signs. It's designed specifically for adults living in Laguna Woods. This event will cover important topics including atrial fibrillation, called AFib, heart risk screenings, early detection of cardiovascular disease, emergency warning signs, and available patient support resources. Registration for this event is required. Go to register at memorialcare.org/LW for Laguna Woods Heart, and it's going to be coming up, so make sure you get out there and sign up for that one. Right now, though, we want to take outside and take a look at our beautiful temperatures right here. Like I said, a little cooler than last weekend, so we got 83 is going to be our high today, 81 on Saturday, and then even cooler for Sunday, Monday, and look at Tuesday. We haven't seen 70s around here for a long time, so I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I'll tell you that right now. Got the morning clouds burning off to mostly sunny skies for most of the weekend and into next week. And cooler temperatures overnight too. I like it. Let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset. Here's some beautiful fluffy clouds over at Gate 1 in this sunset shot from Sandy Marcus. Thank you very much, Sandy, for taking this picture for us. Sunrise this morning was 6:07. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:45. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it. Absolutely. Please do email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we'll use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we got one meeting to tell you about. Then when we come back, we'll be talking to Jeff McCabe from California Gun Services. Stay with us.
Want to watch Village television from your phone, tablet, or smart TV? All our shows, like ThisDay, Discovering Laguna Woods, and monthly board meetings are streaming live on the Village Television app. Just search Village Television on the App Store or Google Play Store. Miss the live broadcast? All our original programming is available on demand 24/7 on our Village Television YouTube channel. Stay connected by watching Village Television programming whenever and wherever you want.
Introducing Vasco Assets, Southern California's premier luxury asset buyer and lender. With over 100 years of combined industry experience and 43 years serving Orange County, Vasco Assets specializes in luxury watches, fine jewelry, diamonds, gold, and exotic vehicles. No banks, no credit checks, no complicated approvals, just fast evaluations, competitive offers, and same-day funding. Whether you're unlocking liquidity, selling a collection, or securing a short-term loan, Vasco Assets delivers a trusted white glove experience from start to finish. Vasco Assets, trusted by clients who expect more.
Hi, my name is Jeff McCabe, owner of California Gun Services, and for the last 10 years we've been helping residents of Laguna Woods with any firearm-related needs. Do you have maybe some old bullets left in the garage, even an old gun in a closet? You might have a gun collection worth tens of thousands of dollars. We can help with all these matters and more. We like to say we're the gun company for non-gun people. Our goal is to keep you safe, legal, and maybe even put a couple dollars in your hands. Call California Gun Services today and you can speak directly with myself, Jeff McCabe.
From California Gun Services, we want to welcome back to the show Jeff McCabe. Thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Appreciate you guys having me back.
Absolutely. So when people go into your shop or call you up, you are not, you're not a shooting range. You're not there selling, here's our display of guns. What you do is kind of a service. So tell me about how you got into this and what you guys do.
Yes, we have a very niche market. What we do is we provide
services, meaning our main goal is to keep people safe and legal here in California. I got into this about 12 years ago, helping a lady from our church. Me and my dad were painting her bedroom. And when we moved her bed, we found 27 guns stuffed under her bed.
Oh my gosh.
Her husband had put them under there when he went into the hospital for procedure. Well, he never came home. And to her, it became a monster under her bed. And me and my dad helped her out, took him down, sold him at a gun shop. And she told friends about what I did. And pretty soon it was, hey, Jeff, can you help so-and-so? Can you help Mary? And I just saw there was this need.
Yeah, it's a little cottage industry you didn't know really was a need or existed.
Yeah. And after years kind of thinking on it and some doing research, realized there's nobody in California there to help people. So we got all of our licensing, our federal, state, local licensing. It took me about a year, and created a website, and there we go. We're off and running. And so nowadays what I like to do is when we get that call that somebody's found a gun, somebody's passed away, people inherit guns. We've had people buy homes and find guns in their attic.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And so we get that call saying, hey, I've got this, what do I do? Or somebody who's a collector and had guns for years, but now they're at an age where they realize they're not going to use them and they're not up on California laws.
Right.
They call me and they say, hey, what do I do?
So what are some of the California gun laws that families should know, like in terms of, hey, I've inherited this gun, or we found it in the house, or this was my husband's gun, or my spouse's? What should they know about California law?
So any gun transaction, any type of gun goes from one person to another, and this includes ammunition now. Ammunition is now regulated, so ammunition just can't be given from one person to another. So each gun has to go through an FFL, which stands for a Federal Firearms Licensee.
Okay.
There are a few exemptions where a father can give a son, a grandson, daughter, that kind of stuff, a gun. But California still wants to be notified, and there's paperwork that needs to be
and
filed.
that ownership is transferred, so I can't just like hand somebody a gun. What about when a spouse dies? Does that spouse inherit that, or does that also need to be kind of transferred and that kind of thing?
It depends on the type of firearm. By and large, yes. If a spouse dies, now that community property becomes property of the spouse. It's a gray area. If that spouse then wants to take that gun to a shooting range or be transporting or traveling, they could be transporting an unregistered firearm. And then there's guns that were bought legally in the 90s and even 2000s, which now are considered felonies. So those can't be transferred.
Because the gun laws restricting like rapid fire guns or bump stocks and those kinds
AR-15s
of
and
things.
AK-47s, Uzis, all those scary things. Yes.
Also, with some folks, they may be gun owners, but maybe they're suffering from early stages of dementia, and maybe it's time for them to not own guns anymore. You've spoken at Alzheimer's Association of Orange County a couple times. What kind of message do you deliver there?
Yeah, we deal hand in hand with Orange County Alzheimer's Association. We really try to educate those. It's usually older gentlemen, and if they're starting to have some cognitive decline, we have that real, honest, open talk with them about what are you going to do with these guns? And we give them some options. They can lock them up and give the spouse the key, so they still have their guns, they just don't have access to them. Is it time to inherit it? Is it time to give it to that son or grandson? Do it now. If they're no value and they don't want them, then call us. We do free ammunition and firearm service, removal services.
Now, when people inherit guns, and sometimes maybe they're not familiar with them, is there just like a general concern, fear, like, oh no, there's a gun in my house? I mean, do you get that kind of reaction sometimes?
Every day. So there's two main things with that. There's two forms of liability. One, and first, most importantly, is safety. If you don't know the gun, if you're not familiar with it, don't touch it. We've have numerous stories of somebody finding a gun and taking it out from under bed and it going off. So if you come across a gun, number one, gun safety, don't touch it. Call somebody who knows how to check it, unload it, that sort of thing. The other thing then is the legal liability of being in possession of a gun and how you follow California laws.
Now, if someone says, hey, I want to sell this collection, these number of guns, there's actually some money in those things. So you guys can help them in terms of maybe getting some money for these guns and getting them to a proper place for sale and those kinds of things, right?
Absolutely. I try to be very transparent and honest about value of guns when we're dealing with that. I've shown up and somebody thinks they've got this historic musket, and it's like, no, it's a rusted old shotgun and it has no value. And we've seen the other side where somebody's like, there's just this old pistol in my grandfather's trunk, and it turns out it's worth $10,000. So if there's value in a collection, we just pull comps from auction sites and are very transparent about that.
And what about folks who like inherit and they just don't want? They're like, get this. How do I get rid of this? Are there proper disposal ways? Like you find a firearm that has no value to it, or whatever that might be, but have to be ways to dispose of them that are the legal route.
There are. One is you can always call local law enforcement, either a PD or sheriff's department. You want to call them ahead of time. You want to make sure the gun is unloaded before you transport it to them. And then you never want to take a gun out at a police station. You go in or you contact them, let them come out and remove it. But you have to make sure you're following those California transportation laws when you do it. Or you call us. We are an in-home service. I come to the customer, and we discreetly remove the gun and do the paperwork to release them of liability.
How do people get contact with you? What's the best way to make an appointment and do those kinds of things, whether it's going to be in-home or if they're going to come to you, whatever it might be?
Yeah, so I think we've got our website on a slide, and we've got some phone numbers here. If they call, they're going to speak with me directly. I will be the one who calls them back, and then I'm the one who shows up, and I'm licensed to do the in-home service.
And that's an important thing to remember, licensing, and you would understand the procedures and proper things. Shouldn't be people just calling a friend who, I know that person owns a gun, I'll ask them.
Correct. It's illegal in California. I know I said this in the beginning, to not go through an FFL, but the reason is you don't know if that friend's a prohibited person. Maybe they're a great neighbor, but they had a crime 20, 30 years ago, and you give a felon or prohibited person a firearm, now you're liable and criminally could be prosecuted. So
a little bit on the dangerous. There's so many intricacies about that in terms of those things. When you say you got into this service just kind of almost as an accident, what's it been like for you to kind of build this business around something that was just like you helping out one day, and now you've grown it to this thing in terms of helping people in the communities like Laguna Woods?
It's been a fun adventure. It's been a blessing to my wife and I. And it feels like I'm actually doing something good. My wife and I have had this conversation, like, we very well could have saved somebody's life and never known it by taking a gun that would have fallen into a child's hand or a criminal's hands, and taking it and removing it. And so we feel like we're doing a good service, and it's been a fun adventure for us.
An ounce of prevention, as they say. Have you become like an expert because of all the things you've done? I mean, this was never a path for you, right? This is never something, you weren't like a big gun guy before all this, right?
Correct. I had gone shooting with my dad, and I'd gone hunting a couple times when we were kids, and I knew guns.
Right.
My dad was in the service, in the Air Force, so he knew a little bit, but we weren't big gun people. But yeah, now all of a sudden I'm known as the gun guy, and but I'm more middle of the road about it. I know politics are very polarized. I'm middle of the road. I'm not here to say you can't have them, you can. We're here just to keep people safe and legal.
Right. Are at the end of this, when you help somebody get through all this stuff, what is that like for you to know that, hey, these people were kind of lost, or this folks didn't know what to do, they were scared, they were whatever they were, and at the end, you have someone who just has this relief of, okay, this is done, this is dealt with.
Yeah, it's very satisfying. It makes me feel good, it makes them feel good, and they're thanking me, and it goes both ways because I'm helping them, and then we do make money in different ways in some of the services, and it's a blessing to me and my family. So yeah, it's definitely a win-win.
And what's it like dealing with the folks here in Laguna Woods? Is it one of those things where it's like, wow, this community, who knew that this community had this need, and then you're going to be able to really help people?
Yeah, Laguna Woods is a great resource, for us. There is a lot of business here. I read a statistic that says 52% of homes have a gun in them.
Wow.
I don't know what that percentage would be in Laguna Woods, but there are a lot of firearms here in Laguna Woods, and as people grow older or cognitive decline or pass away, you have to think about what's going to happen with that firearm.
Absolutely. So what's going to happen with those firearms? Jeff McCabe might have an answer for you. California Gun Services, folks, a website and phone number up on the screen here, and they do it professionally, they do it legally, they can help out, so make sure you give them a call if you have one of those firearm situations in your home. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
today.
Michael. Appreciate it.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
When it comes to life's most important medical challenges, where do you go? Welcome to the Hoag Institutes. Our patient-centered approach to care is rooted in clinical excellence and guided by world-class teams. Unparalleled expertise, world-class care, all within the Hoag Institutes, right here in OC.
Not all car washes are created equal. At LW Car Wash, every vehicle receives a professional hand wash, delivering the attention to detail automated washes simply can't match. From the exterior to the interior, our inside vacuum service helps keep your vehicle looking its best. We finish every wash with a meticulous hand dry clean for a spotless, streak-free shine. Fast, professional, extremely clean. Don't forget to ask about our $4 off discount with any wash package that includes inside services.
Hello and welcome to this Friday's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and I mentioned it last week, but we're officially in the doldrums of the sports calendar. But on the bright side, we officially have some form of football every week from now until February. The NFL preseason officially kicked off last night with the Hall of Fame game. The Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers got the preseason action started, and while it wasn't the most exciting of games, it was still fun to watch a little bit of live football. Here's one quick fun fact, though, about this game. On January 19th, Miami quarterback Carson Beck's final college football pass came in the national championship game, a game-sealing interception that clinched Indiana's national title. Beck was later drafted by the Arizona Cardinals and now was named the Cardinals starter for last night's game. That means he could throw the final college football pass of the season and the first NFL pass of this season. That might be the first time in history, but might not be. Still kind of cool fact nonetheless. Anyway, the rest of the NFL preseason will kick off next Thursday, August 13th. Games will be played on Thursdays through Sundays every week from now until August 29th. Then, the regular season officially begins on Wednesday, September 9th, with a rematch of the Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, followed by the rivalry matchup of the San Francisco 49ers and Los Angeles Rams on Thursday, September 10th. That game will be played in Melbourne, Australia for the first time ever. The college football schedule will begin even earlier with the annual kickoff game in Dublin, Ireland on Saturday, August 29th. That matchup will feature North Carolina and TCU. Normally, the opening day of college football usually only features 2 or 3 games, but this year has a solid-sized slate. The opening day features 8 different games, including USC opening their season at the LA Coliseum against San Jose State. If you're anything like me, you've been getting the itch for some live, meaningful football, and we're almost there. If you can't wait a few more weeks, there are some shows that can hold you over. First, on Netflix, the series Quarterback is back. The docuseries is an in-depth look at 4 different NFL quarterbacks, both on and off the field, throughout the 2025 season. This year followed the journeys of Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, rookie Cam Ward in his first season with the Tennessee Titans, defending Offensive Rookie of the Year Jaden Daniels, and veteran journeyman quarterback Joe Flacco. Then, on HBO, the long-running program Hard Knocks is back. This series follows one team throughout the 2026 training camp, which is happening as we speak. This season follows the reigning Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks. While these 2 shows might not be the same as watching a live regular season game, it still scratches that itch by showcasing touchdowns, big hits, coaches' motivational speeches, and so much more. In the meantime, though, Major League Baseball free agency has been dominating headlines. Last Saturday night, news spread that shocked the entire sports world. The Los Angeles Dodgers, currently the second best team in baseball behind the Milwaukee Brewers, acquired Tariq Skubal, the reigning back-to-back American League Cy Young Award winner from the Detroit Tigers, for a package of 3 prospects: outfielders Zahir Hope, right-handers River Ryan and Brady Smith. To simplify this news, the best team in baseball just picked up the best pitcher in baseball and added him to a pitching rotation that was already one of the best in baseball. The rich just got even richer. In Scooball's debut with the Dodgers on Tuesday, he threw 6 strikeouts in 6 innings, but gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. He was credited with the loss as LA lost their 5th straight game. On the season, though, Scooball boasts a 2.79 ERA, striking out 116 batters and issuing 14 walks in 96 innings. He now joins a bullpen that already features Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is making a strong case for a Cy Young on his own, followed by Blake Snell, Shohei Ohtani, and Tyler Glasnow. Here's another stat to show how dominant their bullpen is. The Dodgers' 6th highest paid starting pitchers combined for over $157 million in payroll. This single pitching group costs more than the entire active rosters of 13 MLB teams and ranks as the 18th highest overall team in Major League Baseball. If you didn't already think the Dodgers had a chance to three-peat, you probably should consider that possibility now. The playoffs begin on September 29th, which shockingly isn't too far away, so look for teams like the Brewers and Dodgers to begin clinching their postseason spots. Meanwhile, their neighbors from the South, the Angels, had a fire sale. The Angels traded Logan O'Hoppe, Chase Silseth, Jose Soriano, Joe Adell, Brent Suter, Ryan Zefferjon, and Kirby Yates before the trade deadline, all of whom were starters on the roster. In exchange for those 7 players, all of whom occupied a spot on the roster, the Angels received 9 players, 8 of which still qualify as prospects. So they acquired some young potential talent, but still sad to see some crowd favorites head to new teams. Staying on the diamond, the Little League Softball World Series has officially begun. Here's a look at the bracket so far. Games began last Sunday and will run through the championship round on this upcoming Sunday, the 9th. Tune in this weekend to see which girls' team will bring home a trophy. The Little League Baseball World Series regional tournaments are underway as well, and here's a look at that bracket. This one is a little bit more complicated, but will come into clearer focus once the regional tournaments are complete. The championship round for baseball will be on August 30th. Some good news for our U.S. men's national soccer team. Mauricio Pochettino has agreed to a deal to remain as USA head coach through 2030. This deal comes after he led Team USA to a historic World Cup run where they were eliminated in the round of 16. That team set some historic landmarks on the way, including scoring the most goals in a World Cup match with 4 in the opener against Paraguay, winning multiple group stage matches for the first time since 1930, and securing the most points in the preliminaries with 6. Ahead of the qualifying cycle for the 2030 World Cup, the U.S. will compete in the 2026 CONCACAF Nations League, which kicks off in September, followed by the 2027 CONCACAF Gold Cup. Formula One racing still has another 2 weeks before they return from summer break, but here's a look at the standings so far. After seasons of dominance from McLaren and Red Bull, it's nice to see some new faces on top of the standings. Kimi Antonelli of Mercedes has emerged as the top dog this season, winning 6 out of 11 races so far this year. His teammate George Russell also has 2 wins, giving Mercedes the top spot in the constructors' standings. Not too far behind, though, are Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton of Ferrari, who also each have a win this season. That brings Ferrari into 2nd place in the overall standings. The next race will be the Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands on August 23rd. That just about does it in the sports world this week. The WNBA regular season is slowly coming to an end, with playoffs beginning at the end of September. Like I said, the MLB is approaching the postseason, but a lot of games are left to be played, and football is just around the corner. So, in the coming weeks, there will be a lot more to cover. On next week's Sports Corner, I'll give my annual NFL season preview. I'll break down which teams I expect to be playoff contenders, which teams will underachieve, and everything in between. So, be sure to tune in to that full NFL episode next Friday. Before that, though, be sure to tune in to ThisDay tomorrow, August 8th, for the first episode of Cole Versus. Michael Taylor and I headed over to the Bocce and Social Club to challenge them in a game of bocce. The end result is pretty shocking, so you'll have to tune in to see how we fared. You can also view it on our Village Television YouTube channel anytime. With all that said, enjoy your summer weekend and be sure to tune back in next Friday for my NFL preview. As always, thanks for tuning in. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.
The Laguna Woods History Center, the only purpose-built local history archive in Orange County, has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Whether you're curious about local milestones, searching for historical documents, or exploring treasured artifacts, the History Center is your gateway to the stories that shape Laguna Woods. The Laguna Woods History Center is a separate building adjacent to the Village Library. We are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment. Visit us and find your place in history.
You know, people ask me about real estate here in the village all the time. I live here, and as a realtor, I know buying and selling in our community is different. There are specific rules and details that really matter, and having someone who truly knows how it works is important. If questions come up for you or someone you know, give me a call. I'm your Laguna Woods Insider. Please call me, Melissa Fort, your Laguna Woods Insider at 949-478-5888, or visit my website.
For years, Meineke has proudly served the Laguna Woods community. At our auto repair shop in Lake Forest, we offer a variety of services and repairs so that you can count on Meineke for all of your vehicle's needs. Whether it's a regular tune-up or more significant damage, our technicians are here to deliver top-quality workmanship. When you visit us, we'll ensure quick and efficient service so you can get back to your day without delay. Visit us today for unparalleled service.
And welcome back, everybody. We got a Friday and Saturday movie to tell you about, and our Friday is a classic from way back when. It's from 1947. It is Life with Father. Stars William Powell. It's brought to us by Hoag Orthopedic Institute. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's a comedy about a stern yet loving father in the 1880s New York, whose orderly household is quietly run by his charming wife. Well, it seems like a fun little couples dynamic kind of thing going on there. So that's going to be our Friday movie. And then Saturday, another comedy for us. Fly Me to the Moon, starring Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. It's going to be brought to us by City of Hope, going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without those subtitles. It's a romantic comedy set during the Apollo 11 moon landing, where a charismatic marketing expert and a principled NASA launch director must collaborate under the White House's pressure to ensure mission success, real or staged. What's that, you say? Well, you have to watch the movie to find out more about that little twist there. That's going to be our Saturday movie, Fly Me to the Moon. Let's check our weather forecast while we're here. And we got some nice temperatures this weekend, just a little bit on the cooler side. I'm looking forward to a nice, not so hot weekend, and looks like we got one in store. 83 is going to be our high today. 81 on Saturday. Look at it, 80 degrees on Sunday, and then look at that, 79 on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to cooler temperatures, absolutely. All right, folks, tomorrow on the program, we're going to be welcoming folks from Pacific Cardiovascular Associates in the studio and much more. I'll be here as well. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.